Okay, garden update time. Sunday morning, wet. Whoa, nice day today. Sun. We've had about 3 inches of rain this week, so everything's very muddy, which is fine. It's good because we were overdue. So quickly on the garden, there's a couple of spare beds that haven't been planted out yet, and they will be. They've got a lot of autumn leaves and broad beans that were in there for fertiliser or for treating the beds, so they'll be good for tomatoes. Lemon's going well. It's sick of the winter, like me. A few burnt edges, but looking alright otherwise. Fennel in a pot, killing it. Look at that. So that's starting to, you can really see the bulbs. I don't know, they're pretty slow growing, but they'll be good. Still got quite a lot of brassicas to go. So these collies are still quite young there, I haven't even got collies in them. There's a few Chinese greens in there, a few spring onions, some lettuces. This is really a bits of bed. The kale's looking really good. These collies are a little bit more advanced. What about this one? Nah, I'm sure it's in there. There's a kohlrabi there as well, which is going really well. There's the other brassica bed where we've been harvesting broccoli. We've had some really nice ones. Not too far away. A couple more collies in there, so it'll be right for brassicas. Some more spring onions. Silverbet's still doing well. I'll put a couple out to let some light in and feed to the chooks. Tail end of the kale. A few beets. There's a few beetroots in there as well. A few more silver beet. You can see my watering frames here. You can see them on the other bed actually. They've got these little drippers on them, 2 litres per hour, and that's for me new for my tank. Anyway, that's that one. This one, still a bit of a bits of bed. There's a few beets coming through. Cabbage, I don't know if it'll make it. Spinach, but the rocket's gone nuts. This is the self-set rocket that was just starting to flower, and since we've had a hint of sunlight, very spicy. It's really taken off, so see that the height there, but rocket's good. There's another little one coming through there. Still a few turnips. They didn't germinate that well. Cabbage doing nothing. We have had a couple of cabbages that weren't super great from this bed. This one though, it's nice tight big cabbage. It'll be good. I reckon it's going to start to rain again. The celeries are doing well. Still nice. Ooh. Yeah, celeries. That was a bit of a celery sacrifice. Now, broad beans. Let's go to them. They have suffered in the wind and the rain. It usually happens with wind, and I planted them closer together for that very reason. But, you know, remains to be seen if they make it or not. Sometimes they can grow out at funny angles and make it. Still got a few baby carrots. Whoops, under there. There. They didn't get a great deal of sun because of the beans, but there'll be a few carrots in there. And me, little radishes are coming on. So yeah, here's my tank still. It's nice and full now. All this rain. I'm still working out the best way to get it out. You'll see some construction site activity. So that used to be the chook pen, or the chook coop. But I tore it down, built a few more, building another house off the ground, so it's going to be a bit more permanent, so it's concreted in rather than just on pallets. So I've got all of the pallets there and the roofing, so it looks like a bit of a Jippo's yard, but it's okay. They're good hardwood pallets that I've got for free. I'm going to turn them into a compost bay because that compost bay is not doing it for me. Anyway, but we'll reuse what we can for the chook pen too. This bed here is looking good. Lettuces have really taken off with the rain. A few nice coloured ones. Peas are, yeah, whatevs. Purple broccoli's not doing much. Nemesias are starting to flower. We'll certainly get buds. Kale had plenty of kale, which has been good. Garlic's really, that's really high. It's all going well. Lost one in the wind. There's still some borage in the middle, which is going to turn out some nice spring flowers. And the fennel up there, it's fair to say, hasn't gone quite on par with the pot ones, but still pretty good. It's interesting anyway. Now this is a new feature. Big cast iron bathtub. Nearly busted a valve getting it here from the driveway, but that's fine. And I've planted it out with carrots, and I've had the best germination of carrots ever. And after I planted them, they took ages to come up because it was so cold. So I ordered some strawberry plants that are on the way. So I've got 10 strawberry plants coming from diggers that are going to be in there, and I'm going to transplant what carrots I can. If not, just dig them in. Yeah, so solid old thing. Magpies swooping the chooks. More carrots and beets here. These are starting to get of size. Onions are going well. It needs a weed. Since the rains come, the weeds have just taken off, but that's cool. But yeah, they're starting to thicken up nicely, and we'll have a good few onions from those. That's good. Baby turnips. A few more beetroots in there. The leeks still going well. You see they're starting to, because they're perennial leeks, they're starting to sprout side leeks. Yeah, we had some of those for dinner last night. It was lovely. Lettuces. These are just going to be seedling trays, and they'll get planted out soon. So work out what I'm doing with them. Super bit of rhubarb. Self-set marigold starting to flower. Good. And there's been Nemesia starting to flower as well. Looks a bit sad, but it'll come good. These are more perennial leeks. This is what happens if you leave them. Each of these turns into a leek, and each one throws out side leeks. So I'm going to start giving them away very shortly. Time's looking good. Heaps of time. Rhubarb's looking good. Yeah, alright. Well, it was nice with the sun out, but now it's gone terrible. I'll show you my fruit trees as well. Other fruit trees. That's my pear. I'm doing an experiment where you weigh them down. Commercial growers do it up at Lenswood, so, you know, see what happens. And this one is a plum. And I don't want it getting too big, so I gave it a real haircut using one of the pruning techniques that I read about. So this is its second year. It's got a really thick base. But yeah, we'll just see. Anyway, now we'll go on to the temporary chook pen. Cool, here's some timber stored up for my new chook pen, treated timber. But I've got this little shed here. I disassembled the other chook pen, and we just built it in here so that the chooks have somewhere to go while I construct. Here they are. Here we go, 2 browns. And kiddos. We've got nesting boxes in there that they dig out in the first 5 seconds. And they're looking really good. I'm getting 3 eggs a day at the moment, 2 from the browns and 1 from one of the whites. In Sussex, they look really good. They're starting, I think more of them will start to lay as spring comes. Anyway, it's really like a little barn in there. It's really cool. They've got their little door. Of course, to do that, the rider mower had to go outside. Soz. Anyway, that's it. Now, that's it for the garden. I know that's the boring bit, so now we'll talk about the chickies. Pan out, pan out, pan out, pan out, pan out. Okay, here are the chickies. Megan's here too.
Hello.
Not allowed to film Megan. They're looking very good. We've got 12 really healthy, hopefully girls. You can see all their little wings and whatnot. Yeah. Beautiful. Some of them are getting really big wings and tail feathers, and they really do jump around. That one's got... What? You can see them there. They love their tucker, love their water. And they're really starting to jump around, so we've had to put a lid on the cage, which is just like a mesh cover. Ooh. Trying to handle them a lot so that they are used to people. They do freak out a bit. Whee! Calm down. Yeah, they get a bit scared, but it's cool. You might notice the dog's not in this video. A bit of an issue. So she's not allowed in the shed. Yeah, so how are they? They are a week and 3 days old. Yep.
They're much bigger.
Yeah, you can really notice how heavy they are. This is the little Italian one. It's got a lot of attitude, talks with its hands. Now we've had some lovely suggestions for names. Thank you, Lexi and Nico. What about this one? This one looks like... Ooh,
This one?
no, on the edge.
That one?
Yeah, that one. That one looks like a zebra. Zebra. It's a good name. What other names have you got, Dar?
Rocky.
Rocky. Yeah, that one's a bit of a fighter.
Shooter.
Shooter.
Dahlia.
Dahlia. That little one looks like a dahlia. That's a smaller one than the rest.
Lippy.
Lippy, that's Italian
The
one.
Italian one, yeah. Drumstick or drummy for short. God, which one did that come from?
Maybe all of them? It can be all of them potentially.
Maud.
Maud. We got any?
Old lady.
That one's pecking the other one in the eye, which is fine.
Nintendo, thanks to Nico.
Yep, good. There's one that's really playful. I'm not sure which one it is, but we'll call that one Nintendo.
And Pepper.
And Pepper. Wow. Alright, good names, thank you. Look, they're really fun. They eat a lot, they drink a lot, they poop a lot, and they're fun to play with. Here they are.
Very warm.
Yeah, they're very warm. We still do use the heat plate, it's just not in there now. But we have to start raising it up because they are getting bigger.
This is the Italian.
Yeah.
Woo!
So this one is, I think it's an Ancona, it's called. It's got red in the back, you can see, a bit of browny reddy.
And the
It's
tail.
got a beautiful little tail coming through. I fear that one might be a rooster, but, you know, it's really just a hunch. There's no evidence for that.
And then this one.
This one, what, sorry?
The wings.
Yeah, this one's got massive wings. That, I think, is the Andalusian. Yeah, it's developing very fast. Beautiful little wings. So they'll be in here they've been in here for a week and a half, so it'll be...
At least another week and a half.
Or
Maybe
up to 5 weeks. We've got some warmer weather coming next week, so hopefully they'll be a bit more comfortable. When it is warm, when the sun hits the shed, it warms up pretty quickly and they're really, really active. And when it's cold, they just huddle together. They're a bit scared now, but that's fine. So yeah, that's where we're at. Hope you enjoyed the check-in. Woo! Anything else to add?
No.
Alrighty. Bye family, we're still thinking of you all. See you later.
Bye.